Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored as always by Prop Up & Co. We are now at round 3 of the Sunday League for these AM1 guys. Today we're at the Dragon Trail Gardens circuit, which is in Croatia. As you can see, it's a nice, warm, sunny day. The sun belting down onto these cars and glimmering there very nicely. Okay, we've got many variations of this track, but this is as I say, the Dragon Trail Gardens version of the track. 14 corners. It is a fictional circuit, so yeah, there's not any corner names as such. So yeah, it's a very, very interesting track. Some nasty sausage curbs to deal with, some tight chicanes. So let's see how the guys do when they get underway. Before we start, we'll just have a quick run through the championship points up to this point. Well, actually, up to Sardinia B, which was the last race last week. So the points following that race, we have Rick Dubb in the lead with 67 points. IQCW4 is just behind him on 63 points. And we have Slowpoke just a point behind IQC on 62. And then Carlsberg then with 54 and Optimus Prime on 44. So really, any of these guys get a very good result today, they could easily find themselves at the top of the championship. We have 16 laps today. It's a sprint race, so it's only racing softs allowed. Very unlikely the guys are going to need a pit stop, although, you know, if you get a lot of tyre wear, that option is there. But, you know, with just 16 laps, if you're going to pit, you're going to disadvantage yourself. So I'm sure these guys will be looking to manage their tyre wear as well as they can. No refueling required either for this one. Full tank will easily see you around 16 laps of this track. So without any further ado, let's have a look at the grid. So we have in pole position, we have IQCW4. And then in second position in his Citroen, we have Osnad. Third position there, we have Rick Dubb. Just behind him in fourth, we have Hodgie in his little Swift. Then we have in fifth position, we have Slowpoke. I will try and get his name right this week because I was calling him Firepower all last week. So yeah, hopefully keep my head on straight this week and get the names right. Behind him then in sixth, we have Optimus Prime. And then moving back to seventh position, we have Pudding Flaps. No idea what that relates to. I'm not even going to ask. Then we've got in eighth position, GT Mac. Ninth position, Carlsberg in the Porky Scratchings car. Ginger then in 10th position in his F-Type. And then at the rear there, we have Firepower in his Genesis. So let's get back up the front and get this thing underway. So they're under starters orders. And they're waiting for the lights. And they're away. So IQCW4 then making a good start, maintaining the lead off the lights with Osnad behind him. And when we have Slowpoke and Rick Dubb coming into this big left-hand corner, into the right. Tricky little chicane that with the sausage curbs. Got to be a bit careful there. You can easily launch your car, cause yourself a real issue going down this long straight. So far so good. Everyone seems to have got through the first couple of corners okay. With IQC there, just pulled out a couple of tenths lead over Osnad. And then we've got Rick Dubb, and Slowpoke is literally underneath his back bumper, looking for a way past. Just stay with this one for a moment to see if Slowpoke can get this done. Audrey there and his little Suzuki. Quick little car that. Looks a bit like a Tonka toy compared to these others, but it's not short on pace, that's for sure. The Optimus Prime in second with GT Mac in 7th position. We've got Pudding Flaps then in 8th position, with Carlsberg in 9th, Ginger in 10th, and then Firepower at the rear there in 11th. So that's the end of lap 1. No change really. IQC still out at the front there. He's got Osnad all over the back of him really. Rick Dub has dropped off slightly from the leading 2, and then we have Slowpoke still tucked up underneath Rick Dub's bumper. As I say, all on the soft tyres, so it'll just be a case here of managing your tyres as best you can. Try and keep as much grip towards them final few laps as you can. See how these guys manage things. IQC there with the fastest lap, 1:46, but Odgie's putting purple sectors in. It would be interesting to see what his lap time's going to be at the end of this one. Just keep an eye on that. Optimus Prime then in 6th behind Hodgie. Pudding Flaps there in 7th in his Audi. GT Mac in the Ferrari. Carlsberg also in his Audi. And Ginger there in the F-Type. Proper growl of an engine on that one. And then Firepower just down the back there, doing his best to make up as much time as he can. IQC then staying ahead and into the last corner before they head down this long pit straight. Osnad's not letting him get away with it. He's staying right with him. In fact, these leading 5 all pretty close, to be fair. Ricked up there in 3rd, championship leader at the moment. He'll be looking to finish as far up the front as he can, try and consolidate his position at the front. As we move on to, we've got one more sprint I think after this one, which will be next Sunday, and then we move on to, I think we've got 6 enduros on the bounce. So all 3 tyre compounds to be used in the enduros, 50-minute races. So yeah, we'll be seeing a lot of strategy in those races, see how things play out, see how people can manage their tyres and their fuel. But in terms of this one, yeah, IQC still out in front. Osnad is absolutely with him in that futuristic looking Citroen. I think it's not going to be long before he takes a dive. Could it be for the braking zone? Coming up to the next left. Let's keep an eye out for this. Osnad's looking pretty racy there. IQC going defensive. Not really any way round for Osnad there. So, no change at the front. These 3 pulling away a little bit now from Slowpoke. About a second's difference. Osnad pulls out, he's going down the inside. No, IQC's got it covered. Nothing doing there, no room at the inn, as they say. Just giving Rick Dub a bit of a run on Osnad actually, isn't it? He's still not quite close enough to get by. Excuse me. Oh, Osnad getting a little bit wobbly coming out of that corner there. Got the power down early. Desperate to get past Rick Dub, maintain, or try and get back to second as it was. Slowpoke still with them, not letting them get away. A little bit of front right tyre wear for Slowpoke there. You go back to Osnad, he's looking after his tyres pretty well. So is Rick Dub, and IQC, pretty much no tyre wear at all. So Slowpoke, yeah, he's using his tyres a little bit more there. Obviously, giving it all he's got to try and get these positions in front of him. Then we've got Hodgie, great little tyre wear there. Same for Optimus Prime, and put in flaps. GT Mac started to show a bit of front right wear there. And Ginger, well, blimey, he's used a bit as well. Carlsberg, not looking too bad. A couple of millimetres there. But, not really an issue. And then Firepower, he's looking after his tyres pretty well. Go back up to the front and IQC. We're out a little bit of a lead there now. Very, very close for Rick Dub and Osnad. Both of these guys fighting for the position. Looks like Osnad might have it done down the inside. Yes, I think he's going to get it done for the next corner. Rick Dub went a little bit wide there, which has enabled Osnad to steal that position. Noticed some of the guys are absolutely straddling that sausage curb, and it's not having any effect. Most of the guys are giving it a wide berth. In my own race, I drive the Beetle, and I can tell you that sausage curb puts you airborne. So I think it depends on what car you're driving here as to whether you can actually get away with that. But Osnad seems to have got it sorted. Rick Dub staying with him. They'll be looking to get that position back. Slow poke then in fourth. A little bit wide there, kicking up a few stones. No problem. Audrey then in the little Swift, just behind Slowpoke. Got a new fastest lap by IQC there of a 140.1. Expecting to see that drop down a little bit, maybe a second and a half. Bring it to the sort of 38.5s around there possibly. And then we have Optimus Prime closing in on this battle for fourth position. Put in flaps there in seventh. Trying to stay in touch with the leading pack. And eighth we've got GT Mac. A little bit of a gap. So the guys in front, probably about 3 or 4 seconds at this point. Coming back then to Carlsberg. And oh dear, Ginger's picked up a 0.5 second penalty. So assuming he's violated track limits at some point. Firepower. It's closed in a little bit on Ginger, I think, there. So if he stays with him, every possibility he'll get him at the penalty line. I think he's within range. Probably going to cost Ginger about a second all told. Time he takes the penalty and gets back up to speed. Gathers his momentum back. I think Firepower will probably get him. Keep an eye on this, just to see if that actually transpires. Penalty line coming up shortly. Okay, so there's Firepower close enough to get that move done. Yes, he is. So Firepower goes through then into 10th. Ginger back to 11th position. But he won't be satisfied with that. He's taken a tight line in to the last corner. I think he's got it back already, you know. He has. He didn't mess around there. Got the position back immediately from Firepower. Firepower's got a bit of slipstream here. He's going to pull out to try and go for the overtake. Is he close enough? Don't think he is, no. Backed out of that one. But Ginger maintains 10th then. Firepower all over the back of him. Could turn into a proper scrap, this one, for the rest of the race. Especially as there's no pit stops involved. These two are going to be close together on the track. But Ginger's front right tyre is looking pretty bad. I don't know whether he's going to get 16 laps out of this set. He may well have to pit. We shall have to wait and see. Compare that with Firepower's tyres. Yeah. Ginger really has been using them tyres up. I don't know whether it's a Jag thing with a big heavy car, so maybe scrubbing round the corners, that's what's causing the damage to the tyres. Possibly, I don't know. I'm no expert. So moving up then to 9th position, GT Mac. A bit of tyre wear on his front right. Carlsberg the same. I got a feeling a couple of these guys are going to have to pit, I don't think they're going to make it to 16 laps on this one set of tyres. We shall have to see. Some of the guys obviously much better tyre wear than others, so I'm sure some of them will be able to go full distance. Put in flaps, 2nd position, right up behind Slowpoke. Slowpoke then in 5th, into that tricky little chicane, all giving that sausage curb plenty of room and respect. Looks like Audrey's got himself past Slowpoke then for 4th position. And then Rick Dubb up in 3rd position there, with IQC down in 2nd. So Osnad still in the lead at the moment in that Citroen. Pretty quick car that. I've never actually driven it in anger, so I don't know what it feels like as a car to drive on these circuits. So Osnad's certainly not having any trouble with it, is he? Nice livery too, actually. Some talented artists out there doing their own liveries. IQC just literally a couple of tenths behind him. Hardly any tyre wear for IQC, managing really well. We've got Rick Dubb then, bit of a gap ahead, bit of a gap behind, so quite a lonely race at the moment for Rick Dubb. Quite a lot of tyre wear going on front right, so might have to start managing that a little bit to save himself up to pit later on. The track is kind of suited to this little Suzuki. Some tight twisty corners, and that thing will go round corners like it's on rails. Nice colour scheme too. Then we've got put-in flaps. He's got 5th position from Firepower, from Slowpoke. Sorry, Slowpoke, I did it again. Yeah, Slowpoke will be looking to come back and put in flaps and get that position back, I'm sure. Let's go back down the track, down the field a little bit, see where the guys are. So 7th, still Optimus Prime in his Ferrari. Very dependable sort of guy, Optimus Prime. He's very consistent. Doesn't seem to get himself into any bother or any big issues on track. Keeps it nice and clean. And seems to be pretty consistent overall when it comes to the points. So again, driving a nice clean race. Optimus Prime. Back to Carlsberg. 3 or 4 seconds behind Slowpoke. Slowpoke's in the pits now anyway. Oh yeah. I had a feeling some of these guys might need to be pitting. So here comes Slowpoke out of the pits now. So he's come back out in 9th. He'll have the hammer down. He's got brand new set of boots. He's only got 6 laps left. So he is going to be on a mission. Try and get back into at least the top 5 from there, I would say. And we've got Slowpoke just behind him. Sorry, Firepower behind Slowpoke. The two names I keep getting mixed up. Wish they weren't together on tracks, causing me an absolute nightmare. And back to Ginger in 11th. Oh, he got a little bit squirrely over that sausage curb. He was lucky he didn't spin there. Very, very easy to do. You're not paying attention. It looks like he's weaving a little bit left to right there. I don't know if that's lag or that's driver input. I don't know, but Ginger's car is not looking like it's going in a straight line. Seems to have sorted itself out now. Back up to the top then, and Osnad in first position. Still with IQC right behind him. He can't gap him at the moment. So it's going to be all about whether or not Osmad will be forced into a mistake by IQC. He only needs to get it wrong on one of these curbs, and IQC will be past him. We're down into the last double apex left. Still hardly any tyre wear there for IQC. We stand to size up a move, I think, on Osnad. He had a good look there. Pulled out just to give Osnad a look to see and to let him know he's in his mirrors. And we got rigged up then. About a second and a half behind these two at the front. Thought Hodry had lost it then. Came to him and it was all tyres squealing. I thought he was on his way off the track, but no, he's controlled it well. And on he goes. And then we got Pudding Flaps in 5th position. Don't remember Pudding Flaps being at the last race. Could be mistaken, but I don't remember the name. Apologise if he was. Optimus there, still sitting in 6th position. We've got GT Mac there in 7th. Slowpoke is in 8th, so he's gained a position back there on Carlsberg. Carlsberg won a little bit over the curbs on that last left-hander. I think I might have slowed him down a bit. Slowpoke's got past him. As I say, with a brand new set of tyres, I don't think Carlsberg's going to have an answer to that because his tyres are shredded. With just 4 laps to go, I think he's probably going to stay out now if he loses track position. Chances of getting back up the field are very slim at this point. Need a 6 or 7 laps really if you're going to pit. You give yourself time to catch up on the new rubber, but I don't think Carlsberg is going to take that option. I think he's going to stick with it, just do the best he can on what he's got. Firepower then in 10th. Just a couple of seconds back from Carlsberg. And then Ginger down at the back. Been into the pits again. Obviously, he's got himself a decent set of tyres. So he'll be flat out now for the last 4 and a bit laps. I'm hoping to catch Firepower at some point. But he is a long way behind, probably 6-7 seconds, maybe more. Not easy to make that time up on a circuit like this. I'm sure he's given it his best shot though. Firepower then in 10th. Someone's just ducked into the pits, did they? Yeah, Carlsberg's gone in. So I was wrong. He's going to try and do what he can on a new set of boots. Pretty sure he's going to come out in last place after this one. New set of softs, no fuel required. So he's come out, and here come the other two. or the other one, shall I say, Ginger. He's now right on the back of Carlsberg, and he'll be looking to take that position. Yeah, he's just taken that position around the outside. Carlsberg getting a little bit out of shape over the curbs there. Good move from Ginger there. Kept his foot in, drove it right round the outside, and yeah, took that position nice and confidently. Well done, Ginger. Up to 9th then, and Firepower. He seems to be on his own a little bit at the moment. Bit of a gap ahead and behind. So no pressure. Just drive the wheels off that thing and try and get yourself up to 8th position if possible. GT Mac then, just behind Slowpoke. Slowpoke in 7th. GT Mac looking for that position. 3 laps to do it. GT Mac has got big tyre wear, whereas Firepower, sorry, Slowpoke is on brand new rubber. So I can't see GT Mac being able to catch him, if I'm honest. No, there is too much of a gap anyway, so Slowpoke is pretty safe in 7th there. 6th position is probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 seconds up the road. So Slowpoke might be settling for 7th here, in case anyone ahead has to pit or has an accident. We'll see how that pans out. Up then to Optimus Prime in 6th, having a good look at pudding flaps. This could be a battle. Very similar tyre wear for these two. So again, Optimus Prime will be putting as much pressure as he can on pudding flaps. Try and force him into an error if he can. And take that 5th position. Pudding flaps seems to be unflustered at the moment. Optimus Prime is taking an inside line. I think he might get this done at the left up ahead. He's certainly got the inside line for it. Yeah, he's got it done. Excellent drive there from Optimus Prime. Timely overtake with just a couple of laps to go. Coming down the start-finish straight then, with pudding flaps right in his slipstream. Is he going to try and get a move done at this next big left, first corner? No, he's not quite far, not quite close enough to do that. So Optimus Prime then holds on to 5th. Just keep an eye on this battle for a second, just in case anything happens. I don't think there's much going on up ahead at the moment. See if pudding flaps can make a move. He's pulling out. Oh, he's thought better of it. I think Optimus has got enough of a lead now not to have to worry too much unless he makes a mistake. I think he should be okay. Up to 4th then, and Hodgie. 3rd position, Rick Dub. But lonely race for him. IQCW4 has fallen off the back a little bit of Osnad. And then we have our leader Osnad. So we're going to jump on board in the Citroen with Osnad. Just have a little look at what this track looks like from the cockpit. So coming down this long start finish straight then, get out as wide as you can and bring it into this apex. The throttle on as soon as you can. It tends to open up this corner so you can keep the power down. This is a tight little left. Stay in nice and tight. Miss the sausage curbs if you can. There we are, he straddled straight over the top of that again. So it obviously works for him. I haven't seen anyone else do it, to be honest. So yeah, maybe the ride height on this car is a bit higher than the others, I don't know. I'm no expert. Coming down there, needs to hit the brakes hard for this one. Over the apex, nice and tight. Easy to spin out there if you get the throttle on too early. Stay nice and tight here on the left, stay over to the left. Dab on the brakes for this right-hander. Stay right, get in for this tight left. Easy again to spin there. If you go over that curb, you can easily upset the car and throw you off. Now the triple right-handers. 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. So quadruple right-handers there. Many different lines through there. Try and get a fast time. You can go wide or you can do it on the apex, and doesn't really make a lot of difference. But here we come. Osnard is now coming down the start-finish straight to take the win for race 1. Excellent drive from him. Great battle with IQC, who, there we are, comes home in second. And we've got Rick Dubb then, who's going to take third position across the line. Hodgie in his little Suzuki is going to come round the last corner. He's going to take fourth position. Good race from him, nice and consistent. Comes across the line to take fourth. Congratulations to him. Optimus Prime in fifth. Put in Flaps in sixth. Then we've got Slowpoke, seventh position. With Firepower in eighth. Recovered well, Firepower. He started at the back. Has managed to steal a few positions there. Takes 8th position, 9th position, GT Mac and Carlsberg for 10th. This is going to go to the wire. Which one of these is going to have it? Carlsberg is tucked right in behind GT Mac. So race to the line. And GT Mac just nicks it. Carlsberg in 10th. With Ginger then coming across the line for 11th position. So not much action really, just a relatively mundane race, that sort of nose to tail. All the same, good racing, good points for the guys. I hope you enjoyed the race, and I will be along shortly for race 2. Cheers.